The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast platform, its affiliates, or even the hosts. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. The host and guests are not liable for any errors of omission in the content, nor for any losses, injuries, or damages arising from the use of the information provided. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional advice relevant to their specific circumstances. Now enjoy the show.
You are now running with scissors. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding.
Hey.
What's going down?
Not much. Oh, Michelle, you never let me finish my point. You don't need eyeliner. Your eyes are already perfect, man. That's all I was trying to get at. Like, what do you need eyeliner for?
I understand, but I'm a woman.
All right, it's fair.
No matter how much you tell us that we're pretty as we are, we still be like, yeah, I don't know, because these bags and these sleepy eyes need a little bit of pop sometimes.
You're just human.
But I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you, bro, because sometimes we need to hear it.
Yeah, my fans be out here looking right, you know what I'm saying? I would tell you the opposite way too if you looking crazy. I would tell you.
I would hope so. I would hope you wouldn't have me out here just looking any old kind of way.
Right. I'd be like, let me tell you something. Just put you to the you pull you to the side. Yeah. It would happen.
Like, sis, you sure you want to wear that?
These things will happen in real life.
Yes.
With ease. With great ease.
Honestly, because don't have me out here looking crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, my friend.
If you tell me and I decide to just do it anyway, then that's on me, right?
Right.
So I told you. Welcome everyone to Running with Scissors.
How y'all feeling?
How's everybody doing? And I see y'all in my Instagram side already. Hey.
What up, though?
And I am Michelle with the 1L and down. There is.
What's good, great people? I'm Easy Moon.
And RG
is, yes.
RG.
We're missing one, and she should be coming in soon. But until then, we'll be holding down the fort.
Indeed, we will.
What's next topic? What are we talking about today? I thought I'd be further along by now.
Man, no.
All day to think about that.
No.
Crisis in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and what happens when life doesn't follow the script.
All right, well, that's cool, but I'm not following the script. Y'all saw what I sent y'all earlier. Hey, look, camera on me. Yeah, no. Camera on me.
So, because for you, that might be it.
Wait. I know we want to talk about. You want to talk about that craziness I seen on Instagram. This guy.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it. What
I sent it. Go check it. It's in the group DM on IG. Go check what I sent. You're gonna watch it and you're gonna be. Never mind. Don't. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
Never mind.
That was a spoiler fail. Yeah, everybody all excited. Now you're talking about don't watch the video. Make me mad, bro.
Nah. So. Because I just remembered something, and now I feel terrible. But I already committed to it, so let me go ahead and drag it through. Anyway,
I know.
Full screaming. Yeah, man. So scrolling through the interwebs, right? And there is this young lady who is, having a picnic And I'm over here watching like, oh, okay, well, that's nice, a solo picnic. But it's not a solo picnic. The person that's running up on her and recording with the camera is her man. Her man is pissed off. Why is her man? Because the little picnic that she having is at the grave of her ex. Now, here's the thing. Whereas, all respect to the dead and all respect to those who are grieving, we totally understand that and whatnot. Totally get that. But if you are in a new relationship and it is an established relationship, how much time and space do you give to someone grieving over their ex before you like, hey yo man, we gotta wrap this shit the fuck up.
Okay. I'm gonna say this very kindly.
Go ahead.
If they're dead, what in the blue hell are you worrying about? It's not like
exactly.
Night. You know what I'm saying?
This is not
Ghostbusters.
We'll be chasing the dead for the rest of our relationship.
What?
How do you know that? How do you know that?
That is insane. I'm sorry.
That is not insane. That is a functional human being saying that, hey, yo, you know what? The death of this person who I used to be with takes priority over the current relationship that I have. She lied to that man about where she was going to be
because she knew he was going to act a damn fool like he did.
If you know your partner's going to act a damn fool, you know the partner that you have, why would you do it?
Okay.
Well, because for her,
if I go into the strip club, I'm going to piss my girl off. Am I going into the strip club? Well, me, hell yeah. But for other people, no, don't do that.
That's different. That's not the same.
Give me 1 second. Why is the guy recording this lady?
Because
that was the first time. What type of weirdo are you to go record the girl standing next to a grave and cussing around about talking to a dead?
You might as well at least get the You might as well get the footage that, hey, this is going to be documented and this is the breaking point of our relationship. Because of the fact that you chose.
Why do we need a camera be?
She chose a ghost over a man that decided that, hey, apparently you guys have some level of trust and you betrayed that trust by going over there. Come on, man.
Like, your phone interface and be like, let her record you at the worst moment? What are we doing
she lied to him and said that she was going to be at her mama house.
I get it, but why do you have to film it, though? Why does it have to be
This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. Having just recently lost someone that was dear to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
I don't feel I'm not emotional or nothing like that. I'm just saying, if next year, if I get a man and I'm in a relationship, I cannot say that when his anniversary of it comes, I will acknowledge him. But going as far as to go and have a picnic at the grave site is a little much.
Okay, man, but going and lying to your current person about it, right? That is the issue.
It's the lie.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't.
But there should never be. I think that yes, you're right. She's in a relationship with someone who is she knows who he is, and she probably knew that he was going to wild out or do everything that he just did. He recorded that because he needed the internet to co-sign whatever he's going through. So you got people in the comments. Everything is a viral moment. You already know that. Everything. For him to record it and post it, that was more about going viral and getting people to co-sign what he believes or what he thinks, as opposed to the way he crashed out was ridiculous.
Him wilding, I will give some leeway to like the interpretation of the recording part, but the thing is, the basis for it makes the utmost sense to me.
I'm not mad at that portion. It's the recording. My thing is, if you guys don't have conversations,
that's the problem.
She's literally chasing ghosts, my guy.
Okay, so
she prepared a whole picnic. She got a bottle. She was gonna get lit at that man's grave.
The love of her life at some point. This was the love of her life at some point. I look at Bobby Brown, and because him and Whitney, that was the poster child for toxic love. He's in a whole relationship. He does not acknowledge Whitney in that way. And most times he doesn't even really talk about her out of respect for his current wife.
But she been gone for a minute. It wasn't like it was last week.
But even still, how do you know how long this guy was gone?
That's true. No, that is a point to be made. But
How
the
do we know how long
thing
this
is,
guy was gone? So my thing is, even when Whitney, I mean, when he wasn't, I don't think he married the wife right away. I do think that there has to be some sort of, I hate to say respect because it's not disrespect. The disrespect was the lie.
Right.
you don't think that so you feel like that the lie is a disrespect, but the action is not.
No,
I
I
don't.
honestly don't, bro. I'm not even
I
trying to
don't
joke.
feel like the action is disrespectful because he's dead. If you are jealous over a freaking
y'all are a different breed.
If you're jealous of the dead.
It's not being jealous of the dead. It is the fact that, listen, you're deciding to pay homage to somebody. She created a whole picnic. She is clearly still in love with this man. She's clearly still tied.
Anybody can go out after it, bro. What are we talking about here?
It's not like they're going to
she cheated spiritually. All right, like y'all can have.
Okay, but if that's the case, then we all tied to our ex anything spiritually. If you want to go there,
no. This is different because she set up a whole picnic at this man's gravesite.
So what?
What?
He had
just
a moment.
Go drop
you gotta go home to a human that's mad.
They had a life together at some point.
Hit your man up. So hey, I'm finna go drop flowers in my ex's grave. Cool. Go drop the flowers. Say some words. Pray. Go ahead about your business, bro. Like you don't have to set up a whole goddamn napkin, lay out food and everything. What you talking? No, y'all playing with me. Y'all playing with me.
So the fact that she had love and still love this person is a problem.
I'm more happy about his anger because he is spazzing out.
I'm just
y'all throwing me off with this. Like, you really believe that this is okay?
I'm so confused by the anger because there's no threat of anything.
Right.
Y'all really think it's okay to cheat with poltergeist? That's cool. I ain't nothing about it. No. You said what you said. You said what you said. Cheat with poltergeist.
She's cheating.
Yes, she's cheating spiritually.
She's cheating with a ghost.
Bro, if she is literally going so far as to create a picnic, bro, she bought a bottle for this interaction with her dead prior. Are you kidding me? No, bro. Hey, man, whoever the dude was, good job. X that one. Find someone that
First of all, I hope she leaves him because the crash
out. No, he left.
So confused right
now.
If
he left her, fine. They don't need to be together.
They don't.
The crash out was ridiculous.
Come on, man. Like, that don't make no sense.
The crash out was ridiculous.
The crash out was not. The crash out, but it makes sense to me because guess what? Oh, you're gonna lie to. You're not only gonna plan the picnic, but you're gonna lie about it. You're gonna hide your actions.
Okay, because she
and that nigga can go the fuck to hell.
So the fact that
I'll put that
I don't have an issue with the fact that she still loves dude, but you never know. He could have been taken away from her tragically while they were still together. That connection is hard to lose that connection, but that doesn't mean you stop your life and you don't move on. Do you just sit in that? No.
What did you just say there at the end? That doesn't mean you stop your life. You move on.
Okay.
You're stopping your life. You're literally stopping a portion of your life. You're ending your relationship by going.
No. If she was there every weekend, then that's different.
But we're throwing more caveats into something that was straightforward. She lied to her partner about doing something with her ex.
She didn't do anything with her ex, first of all. Let's be clear.
She did. She went to go to, she set
up food next to a box with bones in it.
What are you saying?
Bro, she set up a grave. She set up a picnic at his grave, correct? Or am I missing something?
No, she did. But if she did that, she's clearly still grieving, right? Obviously. She still loved the man. So if that's love, stop. No.
Hey, listen, man. You take your. Hey, I don't know who. Hey, I don't know who my wife is in the future. But let me tell you something. You got an ex and he dead. You take your ass inside that room. You close the door. You cut the lights out and you cry for a little bit. Then you come back out. That's it. That's all you got. You're not gonna be at no grave site. You ain't gonna be at no grave site.
Tell somebody how to grieve.
Setting up a picnic with a whole bottle.
I'm gonna hit it one more time for him. I got him. I'm gonna go ahead and put it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go. Yes. Because how are you going to tell someone how they should grieve?
Like this. If you want to be with me, this is how you want to grieve so that you can keep this relationship going.
My suggestion is this for you, that you do not meet someone that lost somebody tragically before you.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Go ahead and say your final thought.
Don't get nobody that had a man that died on him, please, because that's gonna be you on people's internet.
All right, let's recap. Right, the topic is: I thought we'd be further on by now. The theme of this show has been just that. I thought we'd be way further into this topic by now. Just saying. But since we're here, let's talk about the goddamn topic, shall we? This is getting into crazy view.
Oh man!
I have a couple of questions for you guys,
ma'am,
to start this conversation off. Okay?
Yes.
Be honest. Where did you think you'd be by now? Did you think you'd be married, rich, healed, settled, secure?
35. Oh, 30. Yeah, absolutely. 35. Yeah. I thought I would have it all. I thought I would have been married. I thought I would have, been settled further into my life. Especially once I figured out, like, okay, what avenues that I want to take, to get to the success that I want. But, God has been so amazing that I've been able to sit with so many people that said, bro, be patient. You know what I mean? Like it's right. It's just dude literally told me, though, you're 35, you're a baby. He told me at the age of 35 that I'm a baby. I'm like, dog, I got children. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, like, it's like, I don't, I've seen kids come and grow through time. So it's like, for me, it's like, how am I a baby? But it's like, think about it. There's so many people that didn't even touch a sliver of success until they were in their 40s. Some of them until they were in their 50s. You know what I mean? So, yeah, for me, to answer that question, I thought that I would have had it all by now. I thought I would have had my routine down. I thought I would have been chilling, driving back and forth to my mansion and traveling all over the world with my family and, seeing so many different sights and things. But no, that's not how life played out for me.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. After you answer, I'll ask the question after you answer.
Some of my parts, I knew I would have been. I knew I'd be married at this point. I knew I would have had kids at this point because I already knew I was going to marry late in life. I didn't really get married until I was 27. Mm-hmm. And if I hadn't found the right person, it probably would have been like yesterday.
Late in life. That's not late.
Yeah, it's late. For me, it's late. Because I actually thought, I thought I would have been married in my 40s. So to find someone like before that point was kind of dope. As far as the metrics of my life, I feel like I'm right where I need to be. And it took me a long time to understand that because it wasn't, some of the things that I pursued were not meant for me. And then I had to accept it. Not because I gave up, because I had done everything I could to be that way and it was not meant to be. And that just came with time because it was like, oh man, I should have had this. I should have had that. And I realized that a lot of stuff I was looking at wasn't really doing anything for my soul. It was just material shit that I could get at any time.
Right.
And I think that's where the line got drawn because I realized that I was measuring my success by physical things and not actually by the way it made me feel in my spirit. And I had to grow into who that person was before I could actually accept what it was. Because I don't have this network and I don't sit here with you guys unless I do all the things I did before I got to this moment at this time.
That's
so I had to learn all those lessons to be the person I need to be for this moment.
Okay, so so you don't feel like you're behind?
Mm-mm.
What
I
about
feel
you?
like I just hit my stride, to be totally honest.
I feel like I'm at a space where I've come to recognize that I have so many different irons in the fire that um I'm kind of like, like in all these different spaces. So like I'm a novice in so many different spaces, and I know that once I get to like, um just like advanced in any one of them, like it just shoots. You know what I mean? Like even when it comes to like the interviews, like I've sat with some awesome, amazing, y'all know, like people. Like so it's like, and it's like I know that if I just keep on, if I stick to this one particular thing, it'll be, it'll just go further. So I wouldn't say that I'm behind. I would say that I'm really am where I'm where I'm supposed to be, because I know that where I am right now is not the end. And I know for a fact that there's something that's so much more great on the other side. And plus, I keep in mind, that this is, if for anybody who ever feels like you're behind, remember, it takes 10 years to become an overnight celebrity. And that's in any industry.
Mhm.
10 years to become an overnight celebrity.
Yeah. But the pressures, there's a lot of the society put pressure on us to be at a certain space in our life by a certain age.
For sure. And
Yeah,
but it's not just society, it's family, it's
It's family,
friends, it's social media, it's literally the
all
people
those
that we look,
things.
all those things. Bro, I just saw I was scrolling through my timeline, right? I'm at that age now, right? And I know you guys experienced this one, right? I'm at
hmm
the age where I'm seeing a lot more marriages, deaths, announcements of people's first kids, people finally closing on their first house,
Yeah.
people starting a business, people ending a business, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, wow, like you guys are in so many different, time periods, and I'm over here like, of course, me being me, I'm going to hold my feet to the fire. I'm going to hold myself accountable for where I'm at. And I'm always going to like have things inside the back of my mind, the darker voices in the back of my mind that tell me that, hey, you're not doing enough, you're not enough, or, you know what I'm saying, you're not where you need to be at. But I mean, nah, I think that I'm where I'm supposed to
Where
be
you're
at.
supposed to be. Yeah, I feel that way now.
hmm
I didn't before, because when I turned 30, I cried. Oh
Yeah.
no, that's supposed to be in my life. I mean, I was so depressed. And I got so depressed. And I mean, because I was a mother, a single mother
Mhm.
of three.
Right.
And, I wasn't nowhere near where I felt like I should have been in my life. So it took me a minute to kind of shake that. It
Right.
took me, some years, probably 10, 20 more years before I could shake that feeling, because there was always the pressure of, okay, you got to do better. You got kids. Your kids got to, you want your kids to do better. So you got to keep pushing forward. I
Right.
am now finally in the place of I'm to where I'm supposed to be, but I also feel like I'm not done.
Right.
Right.
So although I'm older, I still feel like there's more that I can accomplish, that I will accomplish. So I haven't given up on
Right.
anything. So there are things that I still want to do. So as long as I'm breathing, I feel like I can still get that.
Mhm.
So I would never be like, because sometimes you can get to a place in your life where you just become settled and that's it. Okay, I'm happy, I'm content with where I am, and this is all I'm gonna have. That's not me.
Right.
Like I've never been that person. Some
I don't.
people are just, they got, they have the job, they are comfortable in their home or whatever, and that's it. They don't nowhere else for them to go but where they are right in that moment.
I just watched. What's this guy? Man, he was a famous actor, right? And he was literally just talking about like how he ain't even get his first. He wasn't even getting his first real money from acting until he was like 50 something.
Oh wow.
See.
And the thing is, but once it hit, and it just kept hitting. You know what I mean? And so it's like
Mm.
that thought process, that understanding of like, dog, it all can just change at one day. Like we don't know. Like think about this, y'all. we don't know which of our clips will be the one that goes viral and takes us, and people want to sponsor, throw money at us so that they continue to watch us have these conversations, right? Like, we don't know which one of these is going to be the one that's like, oh no, that's out of here. And so now we have to strategize around how our content and how it's supposed to look like so that we continue to be out of here every single time, you know? And the beautiful part about it is that, you know, whereas we may sit in the space of not knowing and having to deal with the, oh, okay, well, these are our numbers, these are our metrics right now. It's like there should at least still be a level of excitement of like, man, dog, like, one, we get to do this with our friends. That's always gonna be the baseline. Two, dog, we really don't know, and so it's like, dang, we're gonna throw this piece of content out there. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it ain't work. I bet. Well, what about this piece of content? Oh, that's cool. That ain't work. All right, well, what about this one? Boom. You know what I mean? So it's really interesting. It really is interesting because whereas I truly, you know, whereas sometimes, like I said, there is a level of like rush inside of me of like, because I want for us to make it so bad. Like, I want everybody to not have to do another day job, not have to worry about it. Like, hey, the content pays us, and that's that. We don't even got to think about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, we take the action, we take the United Front, and we become United Front, and you know, we own stuff. You know what I mean? So that all the assets are now, you know what I'm saying, flooding back in, and now we can just fly to wherever we want to go to and shoot in person. You know what I mean? Like, that goal, that thought process, it does come with a little level of like, all right, dang, I really want this to take place. I really want this to happen. I really want this to happen. I really want this to happen. But I know for a fact that it's going to happen. It's just the when, you know?
Right. Yeah. I got a thought about the topic, but let's hit the break first because I got a thought about something. I just actually thought about something in this moment, but let's hit the break real quick and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Okay.
WSAN Radio, the soul of America and beyond. Turn it up and feel the rhythm of the greatest old school music ever made. From Smokey Robinson and the Temptations to Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, Luther Vandross, and more. This is the music that touches your soul and moves your spirit 24/7. Listen live now at WSANradio.com and take the vibe with you everywhere. Download the WSAN Radio app today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. WSAN Radio, feel the soul.
Got me together with this two-piece. It's the good leggings, no see-through business.
We are back, running with scissors. Michelle with the 1L sitting right next to me, my sister. My brother, Ezel Moon, in the building. We're running with scissors. Tonight's topic. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Louis. I'm sorry, touch the board. My bad. Go ahead and do it again. All right, I thought it'd be further along by now. I thought about something, right? We took it as, man, we should be further along in life, but that might be your wake-up call also to actually keep you on your path. Because so many times we go off on a path and we get sidetracked with so many other things to do, like a whole bunch of side missions. And sometimes that might be the question that actually steers you back in the right direction.
Yeah, true.
So it may not be just oh man, I'm fucking up. I should be here by now. It might be that saying, hey, wake up. Your dream is still over there. Go back to it.
Mm.
So and it really hit me in that moment, like, yeah, okay. So it's not always a bad thing when you say that to yourself, because sometimes it might be your wake up call to get to where you want to go. Because think about how many cats you mentioned that they didn't get on until they was 40, and they probably did a whole bunch of other stuff that they thought would work out, but then they was like, hey, you should be further along by now. That might have been the catalyst for that dude at 50 years old to get his first acting role and get the bag. Or remember, I told you about Colonel Sanders in one show where this fool driving around with a pressure cooker and this woman at 60 years old, and it wasn't until he was damn near 80 when he finally got it popping with frying chicken.
KFC, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you never know. So I thought it'd be further along could actually be a catalyst to your greatness in some respects. So it's not just a bad thing.
But when you were in your 20s, did you say, in my 50s, this is what I want to be doing? Not what we're doing right now, but did you have an idea of what you wanted to be doing in your 50s?
I don't know, because I thought I would have graduated college and been an engineer at one point, and then I kind of got away from engineering. I got into radio. But remember, I grew up in two different worlds. I grew up in an analog world, and now I live in a digital world. The stuff I'm doing now didn't exist when I was a teenager. True. So I'm taking advantage of something that was just brought to me, tools that I didn't have before. So it's hard for me to kind of make that comparison because there wasn't no damn internet. But we had America Online at 56K modems when I was in college. So all the things I have now actually helped me get back to my path of being an entertainer and being back in the social space because the technology grew with me.
Agreed. I didn't necessarily think of the digital age. I never thought about that, but I also I thought about things like owning a home and those kind of things that I would have wanted to be in that space of having those things. You know, I did think about that because we couldn't think about digital because we were still reading out the encyclopedias. So
yeah. So if anything, the times changed to where I'm at now, so I can actually do the things I thought about doing years ago.
Right.
For me, I didn't discover about the I didn't discover about the interviews thing until I was 29. I thought that I was gonna I thought I would by now, of course property, right? Because I felt like, okay, that's the gateway that's one of the ways to freedom.
Yeah.
Investing, owning different, just ownership in so many different ways was the way to get out of having to deal with, but even then those thought processes didn't enter my mind until, like I said, my late 20s. When I was 29 and I started doing the interviews, and it was like, man, I really enjoy doing this, right?
Yeah.
That was when it really started to click for me. And then, each event that I went to that was like, hey, we need your skills, or hey, we want to connect you with this. It felt like it was a step in the right direction. But I always still had like that thing in the back of my mind saying like, dog, you gotta get you an apartment complex, dog. Like not just for yourself, but so that the people that you love and care about will always have a place to lay their heads, no matter what.
Kind of dope.
That's gonna happen. I would have never thought I'd be sitting here doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever. Because I never really thought about like being in front of the camera, like doing anything. Even though when I was in junior high school, I wanted to be a newscaster, like on TV. Like Sue Simmons was my idol. I love Sue Simmons. If y'all know who that is, y'all know who Sue Simmons is? She's retired now. She used to be on the news back in the day. But I was like, she was my idol. I'm like, I want to do that. But life didn't take me down that path. So this is about as close as I'm going to get to that. So.
Yeah, I came down a different path because I grew up being a radio guy and I actually went to school to be in radio and broadcast. And then I kind of got out the business when I started a family. So I thought that chapter of entertainment was behind me. And then the technology changed and now I'm back. Yeah, it may not be the radio, but it's something way bigger than I ever could have imagined at the time frame I was in. So,
yeah,
I just knew for a fact that, like, because of a portion of my life was like, oh, I enjoy being in theater. I enjoy so many different like aspects of learning about it, like the music industry, the Hollywood, and all of that. I was like, oh, and then also I'm a philosopher. So it's like, all right, I thought that all of that would culminate into me doing something artistic, and now realizing like this is like basically that medium, is like, oh, okay, well, this is pretty cool. How was it? It's a beautiful thing to figure out, like, oh, okay, like these are the things that resonate with me, and these are the things that it may not have been where I originally was, it may not have been where I started off, but I know for a fact that I have the ability to advance in whatever area that I'm in.
Penny Owens, what's that?
Penny, was good.
Hey, sis.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yep. And one more time. There we go. There we go. Now we're perfect.
Thank you. Hello. I'm here. Keep going. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt.
Nah, that was really it, man. I was really just thinking, I'm grateful for the direction. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I just know for a fact that the more wind I get in my sails, the further along I get, and sometimes it's me standing there blowing into my sails, you know what I mean? And other times it's just experiences that are like, nah, this is the gust of wind that you need. And honestly,
But
we meet up and we do these things, man. It's like this is like the gust that I need inside of my sails, man.
think about it. You just said it. All of the experiences you've had. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This. Look it over a little bit, Penny. I was thinking about like that question. I thought before you keep you on your. We talked about the opposite way before the break. So,
Was there ever a time when you guys felt like you were grieving the life that you thought you would have had?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hell yeah. What?
yeah.
Man,
I was
you know
thinking.
what I mean? I was called shit. I even with so many reminders in my day-to-day life of like, bro, you're okay, you're doing okay. It's like, nah,
Yeah,
it's hard to fight that feeling of like I'm coming up short in regards to the life that I'm supposed to be living, even at this stage. You know what I
right.
mean? So it's yeah.
yeah. There was. I can't say now I am, but it was a time where I was like, dang, I know I'm supposed to be further along in life. I know this is not to where I'm supposed to just be here. So it was kind of like, it put me to a dark place. I was in a dark place at one point.
I would say my early 20s, I was like that because I had just dropped out of college, and that was one of my biggest goals, and it kind of like exploded. Pause. But yeah, I think that was a time where I felt like, oh, dude, I should be doing this because I seen a lot of people around me doing things I thought I should have been able to do, and it was like it bummed me out because I felt like I had missed that opportunity, and I didn't know how to recover from it at that point.
Yeah.
And then when I actually grew up and I realized that I was just not thinking about myself, I had my wife, kids, and all that stuff.
Right.
It was like, oh yeah, all that stuff you worry about, we'll just crumble it up.
Yeah, you figure it out because it's like, oh, it's gone now. What can I do? It's gone. I can't do anything. It's over. I got to move forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Acceptance and living in the here and now is probably what fixed me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say that.
I had a different experience growing up. I was always very present. I always not really watched TV. So I had like no real thing to compare and contrast my life and what I was going through. Right. There was nothing else that I wanted to mimic or be like. There was no celebrities. There was none of that. So it was always very present in the world. This is what you got. This is what you had. That's it. And I was always really not necessarily fully satisfied, but still content because the things that I was experiencing, the things that I had was still such a blessing. I couldn't even give myself credit for why I had them.
All right.
It was like, I know that I don't have the money to pay for this, this, and this. I know I'm not qualified for this, this, and this. So I was always in a grateful state all the time. And then, like I've told you guys, I didn't plan on being here. I thought I was going to be dead. So every single day was just like, I'm just happy that I'm here. So I didn't have this like huge plan for the future. I didn't dedicate to a hairstyle, a job, a person, nothing. So there was never a career or 15 years going from this, that, and the other for me. It was never this huge plan. It was all about making right now count, period.
So you were almost forced to live in the moment.
I was always in a moment. Now I always had that feeling of this is not it. This is not everything that I'm going to be doing. If we were like barely check to check, I knew this wasn't going to be it. But while this was it, I was going to make sure I lived it all the way through. We're going to make these memories. We're going to have this fun. We're going to be irresponsible, or we're going to be very responsible. But it was just whatever's happening today, that's all it is. I'm not thinking about nothing else. So I didn't even start organizing my life into a point of thinking about a future until it came around that I was still here. And now I have to. I never thought about it that way. So now with looking towards the future and still planning, I still kind of, I do both, where it's like, all right, I know there's more out there, there's more opportunity, and I'm going to reach for the stars. I'm going to go hard or go home, and I'm not going home. So this is what we're doing, but I'm still very present where I'm going to be where I'm at, regardless of what that looks like. And I'm not going to look at anything else. So I never had a depression stage or felt like it's supposed to be more. I knew that there was supposed to be more. So I just made sure I was very diligent of finding out what that looked like.
I always had that idea that there was supposed to be more.
Right. So it's not guaranteed, but there's supposed to be more. So because you just know, like, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it for me. This is not the end of the story. So we're just gonna grab that pen and we're gonna keep figuring out the rest of these pages to this book. Like, just keep moving.
For sure. That's the thing that kept me moving. So it kept me out of depression and in those spaces. Like, if I would go there, it was like, okay, I know there's something more that I need to be doing, and I need to figure it out and get it popping. So yeah, I never stayed in those dark spaces, but when you're sitting at home and bills ain't getting paid, like, hold on.
Anytime I lost something, because I've lost some different things. I've established a lot of people within my household, but my stuff was, raggedy because I wasn't charging the way I was supposed to, or I was doing too much. I gave a little too much. But anytime I lost something, I always just knew, well, this is the proof that something else is coming, because I knew it wasn't the end. It was like, okay, I guess that job is gone. I guess that relationship is gone. I guess we don't live here anymore. And I just looked at it as another opportunity. Like, the world is your playground. So I wonder where we're going. Like, I wonder where we're going.
When I had my first child, that wasn't my thought process at all. At 20, no, I wasn't there. At 20, I was a new mother, having a baby, and didn't have nothing. I had nothing.
I was always hardcore. Just, I guess my mother would say rambunctious. I never thought, I was saying, like, in a childish place of just curiosity. So even when I had my kids, I strapped them on and we was going to do everything together. Okay, whether I'm driving this car or cooking my food or we're homeless, we're going to do this together. And whatever's happening, this is where we're going. We're going to do it together. Like, I'm taking you with me. My babies is going to be safe. I'm not trusting them with nobody else. So whatever struggle we're going through, we're going to do this together. And I'm going to figure it out in real time. So I never even had like the fears. Of course it was like, what are you going to do? But I always made a way, like, really, like, go hard, ask for whatever you need, see what happens, hustle, be real curious and just courageous, like, always in that place. I know, looking back at different things, and probably even still today or maybe next week, I do some stuff that's not like, you shouldn't be doing that, or you by yourself and you got your kids, and it's like, yeah, but I needed to figure it out. Like, we needed to eat, we needed to, furnish the house, or this house had nothing and we were on the floor, but this is what the life was, and I'm taking them with me. This is what we're doing.
Yeah. Like, but I know this show that we're having today is speaking to a lot of people that are watching us, because everybody is not in that space. And like Penny, she had it all figured out. There's people that was probably right now sitting there like, I don't know what the next thing is supposed to be right now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I should be further along than what I am right now. So we do want to give them some sort of hope. Like, it's not
life is always a work in progress, right? Because what you think you should be doing and what's happening are two sometimes different things. And you don't want to get so fixed on one point where you miss out on every other thing that could have impacted your life and made it
right.
Do not
and I
hold
think
on to it.
At that time, before I figured it out, is every little thing felt like the end of the world, and there was no recovery from it. You know,
until you recovered from it.
Until I recovered from it, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm still here. Like, I'm still here. It's great,
right?
You know? But in that moment, oh my gosh, man, the sky was falling. Chicken Little, you know what I'm saying? It was great.
That's why I have the mindset now that anything that I'm going through right now is only temporary. Like nothing that I go through right now is permanent, and that's how I keep going.
But you have
time,
everything.
The bad times don't last long as they say.
It's like if you look back, no matter how afraid you are and what you think is just not happening, you've lived the proof already. How many things have you already overcome? How many different things figured it out? This is no different than those moments, and you gotta keep yourself in that spot where it's like, you know, give yourself the credit. You done been through some scary stuff, and some of them might be worse than what you're going through right now.
Absolutely,
but you got over it. Like you did not. Hey, look, you didn't know how it was going to happen then. You don't know how it's going to happen now. So what's the difference? Keep moving forward. Like keep going.
Moving forward.
Keep going.
I would say it like this: 99% of the times, your worst nightmare is somebody's dream. They wish they had the opportunity for the things that you hate at this moment in this time right now. No matter how bad your situation is, unless you're doing life and about to get the electric care, don't worry about that. You ain't gonna be here tomorrow anyway. But everybody else, your worst day was somebody's dream.
It wasn't me.
Just what it is.
Yeah. Delayed doesn't always mean denied. It just means that it's been redirected.
Yep.
You know, just redirected.
Some stuff, we got to be honest. We so hard-headed, and sometimes we be really trying to hold on to this American dream and how we think things are supposed to line up. And you're so busy trying to hold on to it, being responsible, that God was trying to take it from you from a long time ago, and you won't let it go. And sometimes he got to yank it out of your hands just so he can free you up for what he wants to give you.
That's the truth.
And that's what people all of that. Because you got a lot of people that's very talented, that's in jobs and industries that they're being responsible for because it pays the bills. God will provide for you in every area. You don't want to be miserable every single day just to be responsible, because that's not a reason to lose your mind and do a whole bunch of heavy drugs or mistreat people. You know what I'm saying? Just because I was doing what I had to. There was a lot of things you could do. There's a lot of options out here. You don't have to. But while you're being responsible, you got to really be honest with yourself. What am I doing? What else can I do? And who told you had to do it the way that you're doing it right now?
Agreed. But sometimes identity is tied to an achievement. Like, do you know who you are without those things?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you said, be honest with yourself.
You got to be honest with yourself, because if you're not accomplished something, you don't think that you are worthy. You think that you're a failure. When it's a real thing.
And that doesn't mean you're not good at what you're doing.
It doesn't mean that.
Because that's the other part of that ego thing and stuff. You can be really good at math, but are you supposed to be a mathematician? Right? There's probably a lot of talents that you're good at that are not being used or being neglected. Like, that's when you got to be honest, because only you know what you're really good at and where your heart is pulling you. Just because you're good at it, that don't mean you have to only do that. We have a lot of options, and there's a whole world out here. I'm sure you guys have seen in your like neighborhoods and peers where people don't even travel outside a zip code. Like, they really have no clue how big the world really actually is. And it's like, it starts inside your mind.
And you be like, what? You've never went anywhere? And you're 50?
Right. You are not. It really is a mindset. There's a whole world out there, and there are options in every area. You are not stuck unless you do not move your feet, and if you don't try.
How about being good at something and you're doing it, but you don't even like what you're doing?
That's my Monday through Friday, by the way. But yeah, that's why I laugh. Like, that's Monday through Friday.
Hey, luckily, you filter your sanity Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You see what I'm saying? You filter your sanity, and that's the balance. We all have to do something we don't necessarily care for, right? But your peace comes when you're doing something that you
love.
Yep.
Right. Because we got to
work right now. This is my career. I'm in my career right now. You know,
it's a shame that a lot of people don't feel that way. They are fearful of how other people will look at them. They spend their whole lives at all ages thinking about what their parents said that they were supposed to do, and they feel guilty when they're not fulfilling these obligations that they never agreed to. And it's like you should never don't feel bad from where you aren't, because you really don't know what that is. Like, you don't know how your life was going to play out. We have, plenty of people who have children from relationships that didn't make it, but those kids were supposed to be here.
Right.
There's less than
don't fall for implied social contracts that you didn't sign up for.
Yeah.
Right. There's experience from jobs that didn't last.
Right.
But you still got the stuff underneath your belt. Life is really about the journey. We're so focused on this end point that was never guaranteed. So you cannot beat yourself up for being lost, confused, or static because you didn't know. Like, you didn't know. This is the first day for all of us today. It's okay. But
finding the happiness where you are, even no matter what it looks like. Somebody asked me that I have regrets, and I said I don't live with regrets, because at the end of the day, everything that I've gone through got me to where I am right now.
Facts.
Bad or good, and I've experienced a whole lot of bad. So I've never ever said, "Oh, if I would have done this, maybe this wouldn't have happened," because I don't know. I don't know. I could say that, but I could have did that, and then it could have been worse. Who knows?
You know what? That's facts. Yeah.
Who knows? So I never sit with regrets, because that's an unhappy space to be in. Always living with some sort of regret about what you could have did or what you should have did. You can't. It's done. You can't go backwards. You can't.
That moment is never coming back.
You cannot undo anything. So wherever you are is where you are.
And if that's where you really want to go, then go back.
And I don't even know
if that's what you want, because you are never too old to go back to school. You are never too old to change your job, career, business. Look, divorce, marriage. Not that I'm, saying you need to get divorced, but I'm just saying you really have more options. You got to give yourself permission to take those options.
Yep. Right. Give yourself permission to live.
Yeah. Yes.
You have to. I've had awful things happen to me in my life, and I'm like, people were like, "Dang, I don't know how you." I said, you know what? Those things actually helped me to grow and to heal, so that, because a lot of the choices that we make cause us to end up in certain situations, and then we want to blame the situation instead of the choice.
Yeah. Well, our OGs kind of told us, "Oh boy, you don't know nothing. Go sit down somewhere." Boy, you don't know nothing. Sit down somewhere. Happy ass. Sit down somewhere, because I hadn't lived life. I hadn't seen the ups and downs. I was seeing it from a place of comfort. I didn't see it from a place of living. And I used to get a little irritated when my uncles would just like shoo me away. But I'm like, oh, y'all was right. My bad.
Yeah,
when you get
my bad. Y'all was right.
Yeah, you was right.
Child parents is like, all right, you had a point.
You had a point. You got to live some life. Gotta live some life.
Don't tell me what you are until you become it.
Right.
You're not behind. You're not behind. So if you think you're behind, you're not behind. You're becoming.
Right.
Always look at it like that.
And you're behind from what?
What? Right.
Why do you think that? Why?
Because you're not a millionaire. Because you're not because people look at money as if they don't have a lot of it, they haven't made it in life.
And then let's be. You know what? Let's be real. Did you do what you needed to do to be a millionaire? Probably not.
That part.
How much money are you wasting?
That's true.
What are your normal habits? Like, we gotta stop lying to each other. Like, do you think you really did everything to have that outcome? And as long as you can say no,
out the sky, let me into my hand, because you know how much money probably passed through our hands over of course the last 20 years. If we'd have made better investments or different things, might probably could have been a millionaire.
If you even knew, but it's like you didn't know.
You don't know, right?
And especially in our culture, we usually don't know. They don't tell us.
That's right.
So we can't be upset. We can't be upset that the trick worked.
Right.
They've been working on this for a long time.
I can't blame any other person but myself, because I know I set my wallet on fire when I was in my 20s. I know I set my wallet. Dude, all about the Benjis was a real thing for a long time until I grew up. So, yeah, I can't be mad at the invisible hand. No, my hand was like 20, 30, 50, 60, 100.
I think people are more mad at themselves for the choices.
Yeah. I can't blame invisible hand. I spent all that. I did.
And if you had children, you said you had children in the 20s.
Yeah.
You weren't even in there pop locking by yourself. You had a whole nother life. You had that altered yours.
No, the pop locked when I actually got married because I was like, oh, wait a minute. These people require money. What the hell going on? I had to grow up hella quick. Like, whoa.
Yeah, pop locking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have some money come through these hands. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, that money had wings.
But it's with every lesson, it's all about whether or not you are going to learn from it and apply it. Because you can pout all day, you can drink your pains away or whatever, but it's like, okay, I'm not happy, and I really thought that I would be further along. You're not dead. So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do next? Because that's really what matters. Like, what else are you going to do with the rest of the time that you're here?
That's it.
Because if you're going to continue yourself,
that's it. That's it. If you tell yourself that's it, there's nothing more for you to do, then you will stay where you are and be unhappy and miserable.
Repeating the same story.
Repeating the same all the time. Yes.
Yes. And some people, they stay there and they get stuck, and it's sad every time.
Every time.
It's sad every time, especially when you see that person or you knew them from way back when, or you know their potential, and it's just like, you still saying the same thing all this time later. It's sad, but you have to make the decision on yourself.
Yeah.
Really
My life has a ... at the end. I don't have a period. It's to be continued.
That's not taking away from nobody else's past stuff. Like, you could have been through.
I know a lot of people who was, next summer I'm gonna do this, and it ran out of summers. Because always put it off till the next time.
Oh, till the leaves didn't show up.
Oh, by this time next year I'm gonna be doing blah blah blah, and it never happened. You know what I mean? Because they promised themselves a future that was uncertain, and they never worked towards the actual goals.
Yeah, but I've always been a person that says that I'm never going to be in the same place that I was the year before. And every year it's usually something different. I don't care one thing different. It's something different and something better. You know what I mean? So if you can accomplish something, it doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I'm going to be a millionaire by next June. If it happens, wonderful. But give yourself realistic goals. Not saying that, well, a millionaire could be a realistic goal for some. But for some,
if you're not doing anything.
Not
What
doing anything, right?
What are your millionaire building steps?
That part. I just make a promise to myself to never be in the same place on the same day. Like this day last year, I was not in this place. I was doing something different.
Yeah. Yep. And look, but you gave yourself permission to that, and that was your goal.
Right.
There's power in our words, and there's power in our declarations. So give yourself some power.
I definitely remember saying, yeah, because I definitely remember speaking over my life. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be the dean of a school one day. I'm going to be the dean of a school.
And look at you.
Now I'm the dean of a school.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
I was similar. The only thing I ever cared about was helping people and making sure that they feel love. If no one else ever told them, I was not dedicated to anything else. And I was like, I don't believe in counting unhappy years. And I'm not about to be just working just to be working. All I want to do is help. That's it. Yeah. And I definitely can say that that's what I'm doing. It's like this. Yeah. That's what you want. That's what you get.
I read from that though. I was like, I don't want to be doing that. But I can't run no more. Because it's like, I'd be like, guys, is this what I'm supposed to be doing?
They was coming to you for help anyway.
I don't want to be that person. Like,
questions.
And then next you know, you got everybody calling me, Michelle. And I'm like,
fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm just supposed to be doing this. Yeah, so I'm doing it. I've embraced it now. It just is what it is.
You're doing it and doing it and doing it well.
And I'm going to keep on doing it.
Put down the board.
I'm doing it and doing it and doing it. All right, LL Cool J.
Good one.
LL Cool J.
Let's talk about something different, but we already know.
It fit. It fit. Okay.
Hey, look, you give credit to all the things you're doing well.
Absolutely.
And that's not
I'm dealing with a lot. So
don't spend.
Some days I be in my funk, but I don't be in. I'm not depressed because to me depression is something completely different than what I be dealing with. You know, I just deal with things daily because of, you know, where my life is. So it just is what it is. I keep pushing forward though. Depression is something I think sometimes we say we're depressed, and I don't know if people really know what that really is.
Yeah, it's a catchphrase. Because when you get in that box, holy
depression is something different. You don't want them problems. Bed. You don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, there's different levels of depression. Some of y'all just upset, or some of y'all just
y'all in the funk, right?
Y'all, you gotta understand. There's still also functional depression now. Like
there is.
But we're trying to get everyone from all that though. So that's why we say it like that. Yeah, we want you to be delivered from all of
it. So whatever you want, whatever you call it, we want you to be delivered from it. So if you call it depression, then that's what it is to you. Because we definitely don't want to diminish, you know, anybody's experience if they feel like
they're out of there. Get it up out of there. Go ahead and live your life.
Don't spend the latter years counting the negative stuff. The same way that you can count the negative stuff, just turn your gaze. Start looking at the positive stuff. Because there's somebody with it worse. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got it worse. So start counting the problems you don't have.
You know what? That's the part. Like,
hello.
Like,
I like that.
You may not be exactly where you are, but that's good. That means you got something to reach for. You have something to strive for. You got something to build upon.
Yes.
I don't think we're ever supposed to just have this cap and be done. It's supposed to keep evolving. So don't feel bad because you're not satisfied. That is human nature. Like that's completely human nature. So accept it. And where are you going to guide yourself from here on out?
Yeah. Write it down and make it plain. Right? That's the fact.
Well done.
Well,
I think that's about it, folks. Shoot, it's an hour on the dot. Well done.
Hour on the dot. See?
Well, it was great.
Anybody have any closing reflections or closing?
Oh yeah. I got one. Hey man, tune back in here next Tuesday. We got some more good vibes for you. Cause we love y'all.
We love
all of y'all.
And we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us every week. And I have to keep saying it for the last 2 years, right? For the last 2 years, y'all been rocking with us.
Thank you.
We appreciate y'all.
See,
we're gonna keep bringing y'all some good content for as long as we can.
Amen.
Yes.
Tomorrow I do have an interview with Brandon D. He's a comedian. He's a stroke survivor, and he's one of my fraternity brothers. So I would definitely love all y'all tuned in. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's gonna be great. Honestly speaking, but y'all pay attention. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention to my page. I'm gonna start uploading a bunch of just different types of way to advertise these interviews, man. Because I got some things that I've been thinking about. I'm gonna just start, just trying it. So,
hey Brody, what's your Instagram so people can find you?
It's at EZELMOON _ EZELMOON _.
Thank you, sir.
See, and this show definitely ties into next week's show, because next week's topic is, what if a good life doesn't look the same from everyone? Whether that's marriage, kids, career, freedom, legacy, and unlearning comparison at every age. So yeah, we said
that right. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That's deep.
That's hard. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Y'all trying to make me act like
I'll be here. I will be here for that one. I'll be here too. And listen, if you like what we're doing, please go check out our website at theunitedfrontnetwork.com and consider donating to the network. All proceeds go to the operating costs of running this network and more, because we are community builders and we support the community and we give to the community. So you're not just only donating to the United Front, you're donating to our community. So,
last but not least, big shout out to our radio partner, WSAN. You can go to their website, WSANradio.com, or you can download the app on the Apple Play, Google Play Store and the Apple Store, or something like that. Yep.
I saw he was on the news. I saw his interview on the news in Antonio.
Yeah.
Shout out to
they trying to give him his flowers. Now.
Yeah, he's doing a great thing in the community.
For sure.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys have a great night.
Peace and love, good people.
You are now running with scissors. Let's go.